Hello, and my name is Robbie from Girl Bike Glove. In this video, we're going to be telling you everything you need to know about exercise bike resistance levels. Let's go. So what is resistance when it comes to an exercise bike? So the first thing you need to know is that resistance is an opposing force on a movement. So to put that in terms of an exercise bike, the movement is going to be us pedaling and the resistance is what pushes back against us. So the more resistance on an exercise bike, the harder it's going to be to pedal. The less resistance, the easier it's going to be to pedal. So when it comes to exercise bikes, you generally have two different types of resistance, and it's important to understand these before we go into talking about levels. So the first kind of resistance we're going to speak about is friction resistance. So friction resistance is where you'll typically have a flywheel and a brake pad. This brake pad will press onto the flywheel, creating friction, creating resistance. So then we have magnetic resistance, and this is often referred to as frictionless. This is where you have a flywheel spinning, and instead of a brake pad pressing on it, you have magnets which come closer and go further away to create different levels of resistance. So friction systems are typically seen on budget and older exercise bikes, and magnetic systems are seen on newer and high-end exercise bikes. The better of the two is the magnetic system. It's frictionless, it's quiet, and it's just much smoother. One thing magnetic systems do offer though is resistance levels. This could be from 1 to 10 or 1 to 100. And it can add a lot of value to your workout, knowing what level you are, so you can see improvements or just generally know where you need to be working if you're using applications such as Peloton or Zwift. So do exercise bike resistance levels matter? So when it comes to looking for an exercise bike, that's one thing you're going to come across, different amounts of resistance levels. You might have bikes with 10 levels, you might have them with 24 or even 100. Does this matter? Well, yes and no. No in the fact of that if you have 10, 40 or 100 levels, you're always going to have very light resistance and very heavy resistance to play with. So if you're a beginner going through a rehabilitation program or a pro cyclist, you're going to be challenged, whatever. So where resistance levels do matter is when it comes to options. So if your bike only has 10 resistance levels, you only have 10 options to choose from when spinning. When if your bike has 100 resistance levels, you have 100 to choose from. So with 10, you are going to be limited at dialing in that perfect resistance for you. With 100, you can really fine tune that workout so you are exactly where you want to be. So do exercise bike resistance levels matter? Well, yes, but it's best not to see them as how light and heavy that bike pedaling can get. It's best to see them as how many options you're going to get for resistance while doing a workout. Thanks for watching our video today, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the Girl Bike Love YouTube channel. And if you have any thoughts on exercise bike resistance, drop them in the comments below.